See the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Looks a very strong side.
It's a much stronger team than we had out last week. Obviously, at this time of the year, the players are keen to get playing, put a lot of hard work in over the course of the pre-season, but I think everybody's ready to play, and we're looking forward to seeing how certain players, certain different combinations start off the new season.
And we've got 5 players back from missing out on World Cup selection. How much have you sort of had to look after them, or just treat them any differently, or has it been a case of treating them the same?
I think it's a case that the players that have come back are pretty experienced. They've come back in, they want to play, they want to be straight back into the group, and look, they've trained probably harder than anyone else, probably as hard as they've trained throughout their career. So you get to a point in pre-season where it's all about getting back in the pitch, trying to see how the fitness that you've worked on translates into performance. And also, as we said, we're now getting ourselves ready for the start of Gloucester season, a month away, and this really is another step in that direction.
And a step against Bath, so it's going to be pretty intense, isn't it?
Well, everybody's told me since I've been here that there's no such thing as a friendly against Bath, but look, it's their first game of the season, so I don't think, but like we went into last week's match, you're not too worried about the result, you're not focusing on the outcome of the match. Of course you want to win every game you play, but at the same time, this stage of the year, much more important that we get out, get a first hit out, get a second hit out, again, see some of the small things that we've been working on, see how they play out in the game, and for us it's going to be an opportunity to see those players who've come back in.
Obviously it's down at the Mem. How much difference does that make? Presumably you still want home games to be a fortress like.
Oh, we're not looking at it at all like that. Again, this is just part of pre-season. We know it's a unique set of circumstances due to the Rugby World Cup and the games that are being played at Kingsholm. So for us it's really a case of just going down, preparing for playing in Bristol the same way as we prepared for playing in Exeter last week, the same as we'll prepare for Bath the following week. And
because you've got back-to-back games, if you like, against Bath, does that sort of make any difference? Can you gauge your progress within that?
No, but, I mean, this is an unusual pre-season for a huge number of reasons, but also the fact that we are playing 4 pre-season games. Usually you have 2, sometimes 3, but this year we've got a good long run and we've got an opportunity after the first 2 games. We've a week off next week in terms of reviewing what we've done, and that'll give us an idea of what we need to really focus on going into that second Bath game, the Exeter game, and then we're hopefully ready to go for the start of the Premiership.
And because so many of the team playing this week didn't play last week, would it be reasonable to expect them to be a step up better than last week? Because I suppose for some of them it's still their first run out, isn't it?
For some players it will be their first run out, certainly for a lot of them it will be their first run out in a Gloucester jersey this year. As I said, different combinations, but we haven't changed a huge amount, so it'll be pretty familiar to a lot of them. The pre-season's about trying to get some game time. No matter how much training you do, it's impossible to replicate the intensity that comes with playing in a competitive match. So pre-season covers a number of aspects of team performance, and I suppose the biggest hope is that we don't pick up any more injuries.